What's up, guys? We're Pure World. We're an adventure-based company that sells sustainable products.
And you're watching Souterrain.
Hey
guys, I'm joined here by the Souterrain team. Can you guys give a little intro about your names, where you're from, how you guys all met each other?
Yeah, so my name's Jack. I'm from Attleboro, Massachusetts.
My name's Ahijah. I'm from Attleboro, Massachusetts as well.
And I'm Nick. I'm from Scarborough, Maine.
Cool. So how did you guys all meet each other? Obviously, there's some Attleboro connection there. How did you guys all meet up?
Well, me and Jack, I moved here my freshman year, and I played JV soccer, and that's how I met Jack. Played in the same soccer team, and it became history from there.
Cool. And then you guys both go to Babson.
Yeah, so me and Jack actually met the first day of school at Babson, our freshman year. We lived on the same hallway. He lived like 5 steps away from my door, so that's how we met. And then, you know, him and Ahijah have been friends. We met, this summer at some point?
Yeah, at a party Jack had. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It was an event. It was an event.
It was.
Cool. And then, so together you guys are all part of Pure World. Can you explain what Pure World is and when it was founded?
Yeah, sure. So at Babson, every freshman starts a company in one of the courses that we take. And this so happened to be the company, Hemp Backpacks. A girl in my class is from Nepal, and she was walking down the streets during winter break and ran into this guy selling bags like these on the side of the road. And she bought a bag, brought it back after winter break to school again, and we saw them, and we were like, we love these bags, let's do it. Like, let's start a backpack company based on these Nepalese bags. So it started out just kind of like, you know, a class project, and we looked at it as kind of like it was schoolwork for a while. But then, you know, after working day and day, every single day on this, you know, the passion just started to come and flow. And at the end of the school year, when we had to shut down our Instagram, when we had to shut down our website, we had to, you know, close the sales, I was like, I'm not done with this yet. Like, I've been doing this for the past couple months, and like, I want to continue.
Right. So
I took $3,000 that I had saved up and bought the business back from Babson, and it's been kind of a roller coaster ever since.
Cool. So where did the name Pure World come from?
Basically, when we look at these bags, we think organic. This is from the earth. This is pure. World, that's like
the travel aspect.
It's connecting different places in a pure and an organic way.
So what makes these bags different from other bags?
Nick, you want to talk about?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about that. So I think we may have mentioned at one point that they're made out of hemp, almost completely made out of hemp, other than like the zippers and whatnot. And hemp is extremely sustainable, extremely good for the environment. Takes about half the water per acre and about half the land as a product like cotton would take. So that's what makes them a little bit different. And one thing that we've noticed when we've looked at market research on as far as outdoor adventure bags go, the market is moving towards a smaller bag. They're not, you know, every time you think of like an adventure bag, you're thinking like, you know, they got these big bags, they're got like a tent like basically attached to their back.
Right.
And we've noticed that like people want things for, you know, short adventures. They want to take their water bottle, you know, whatever, a couple things with them and go on an adventure for a day. And this is how like the design of the bag we feel fits that mold.
It's the bag that you take to the beach,
Yeah,
or on a day hike. You know, it's not what you'll take backpacking for months and months. I mean, you might bring it along with your bigger bag, but this is really for just the day trip. This is like the adventure is just you know, having spur of the moment.
Right. You guys have a ton of different patterns. I saw the way that I actually got familiar with your product is one of my friends at UMass Lowell was rocking around with a bag, and it had like some type of like almost like a tribal, like high color. It was high visibility, and I was drawn to it. I mean, I didn't even know, you know, it was a local brand. I thought it was, you know, some big thing that was sold in, exactly, like sold in Urban Outfitters or something. But but they're super cool. And then when you learn a little bit more and you do the research on hemp, I know you guys through, you know, your Twitter and all the different social media platforms that you guys use, you guys spread awareness about hemp.
Yeah.
So do you guys have to kind of like overcome a barrier with hemp? I know that, isn't there like a rule about hemp that like it can't be like either sold or it can't be distributed or something within the U.S.? I know there's some resistance to hemp.
Yeah, I would say, just day-to-day life. There's always this connotation and association, hemp and marijuana,
Right.
and they're different. They really are. They're completely different plants. They're from the same plant family, but you can't even get high off of hemp. It contains so little of the chemical that
The THC.
yeah, the THC that creates the brain stimulation that the fact that they are associated with each other really doesn't make sense. You want to talk?
The barrier is like, as far as getting hemp products here, is that in, I believe it's 36 states. So there's a destigmatization that's happening currently with hemp in the United States. It's been banned for years, and just now, I believe there's 36 states that are now allowed to grow hemp for research. But no, I don't think as of now there's anyone that's actually allowed to create hemp products and grow hemp for products yet in the U.S. So that's like the current barrier as far as we would like to at some point hopefully bring these bags to a U.S. manufacturer. But it's it's not possible now. It's not possible with what we're doing.
Yeah, like what he just said, like, yeah, people look at hemp as like a negative way.
Right.
And, like, Jack came with me with these backpacks and I was like, oh, they're made out of hemp, people are gonna think, oh, it's marijuana. But like, no, we take the negativity out of it and we turn it into something positive, to be honest. As a backpack you can take anywhere with you.
Right. Right.
And like it holds most of the stuff I want, so like I don't see really the big like fuss about it.
Yeah, no, I think they're cool bags. There's definitely that connotation with marijuana and hemp, though. But I think as you see, more acceptance of marijuana, you also see more acceptance of hemp, like you said. And now it's kind of the next stage is, breaking them apart, in terms of definition, and then also the acceptance. But they're sold here through the website exclusively.
Yeah.
You guys don't have a brick and mortar store.
Well, actually, it's an interesting model that we've been working with because we do in-person sales are a big part of our company.
Really?
Yeah, because when you go on our website and you look at the pictures of our bags, you don't really get the same feeling. When you see the bag, when you feel it, when you hold it and you try it on, that's when you fall in love with the backpacks.
I do
When there's a table of 20 different bags that all look different with different colors, that's when you have the opportunity to really pick which bag is mine, which one's speaking to me.
Yeah.
So we've actually incorporated this in-person sales strategy through brand ambassadors and through sales representatives that move to all of these different schools across the nation, and they have their inventory of Pure World bags, and it's up to them to find the people who the bags speak to.
Yeah, get it out there.
Right. So of course we do sales. We do a lot of sales on our website, and that's an easy way to do it. But we're really looking to expand through getting into college campuses, and I think that's our strategy.
In person, you get to talk to that person, build a connection, so they understand more about the bag, and get more of a real feel,
more explanation.
Yeah,
and
they get the breakdown of what's going on and why we're doing this.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point.
And it also touches back into our target market is it's an adventure-based company. Right now, obviously, we're in colleges. We're sending we have representatives or ambassadors at other colleges that are trying to push this adventure mold that we're trying to do. So the market is really we want to go after people who want to know the culture of America and the culture of the world right now is this.
Right.
Right. We're trying to get it so that we move we feel like there is people getting upset with the fact that why are we all spending so much time on our phones? Let's get outside. Let's go do something. Let's go adventure.
So where have you guys traveled with kind of the branding? I've seen a lot of posts on social media and whatnot of you guys in mountains and in rivers and in all different types of cool tree houses and that type of stuff. Where have you guys brought the brand?
So New York City, actually, it's not necessarily out in the in the wilderness, in the forest. It's kind of the opposite, but it's still right up our alley in the brand that we're trying to give. It's adventure. It's going to a place and exploring and taking in everything that it has to offer. So we went to New York City to actually get the bags because our supplier shipped them to New York.
Cool.
So when we took our trip to New York City, we went to an island,
Oh, went to Governor's Island.
Governor's
Cool.
Island. We hit up Times Square. We
Yep.
found 99-cent pizza.
Yeah, that was awesome. And
That
we
was the
rode
best.
we rode city bikes around and
So yeah, we actually
That
rode
was,
for hours. We traveled across the whole city on bicycles.
it
So
was
that kind of
awesome.
destigmatizes the, it's just a nature brand.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're in a concrete jungle.
You don't have,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It's a
Still
concrete jungle.
adventurous.
Right.
We've also taken it up to Maine.
Couple different places in Maine. So we went to Acadia National Park in Maine. We went at a weird time. We went in like December. There's nobody up there. We were looking.
Crazy.
We were looking for trails. It was actually like gorgeous. We found a place right off the side of the street that was just like a little like deep rock into the ocean, and like the sun was coming over it. It was
Yeah.
like great for shots.
And basically because we went in the winter, like Nick said, there was nobody there. It was an empty park. It was a ghost town.
It looked
You
So-
can really roam around.
Right, it was a winter wonderland, and we were on the beach. We were on the rocks on the coast. We were like in mansions,
We were in
backyards.
somebody's backyard.
We just would go
I
to
don't think
people's
he was
backyards
there.
because they wouldn't be there because that's their
We
their
don't actually
Summer
know
home.
that.
Yeah.
We
That's their
don't actually
summer
know
home.
that. We're just hoping.
Yeah, they've been watching.
Well, you're
us
here
the whole
now,
time.
so I mean, yeah.
Also in Maine, I was kind of forgetting about this. We went to Peaks Island.
Peaks Island.
Peaks Island
Incredible.
was beautiful. I
That
don't know
was
if anybody's
forgot
ever
about
heard of
that.
it, but
Yeah.
so Peaks Island is so you take a ferry out to this island that has probably like, I don't know, 1,000 people on it. So
Okay.
few. So everything that they do, they have to basically like come on and off the island.
Yep.
So you take a little ferry over there,
Mhm.
and we went to this place called Battery Steel.
Ooh,
Which was
it's
like-
a fortress. It's
Yeah,
like an
basically
old
it was like
fortress.
It was like this big, I don't even know it was like a cement thing, and then you go inside and it's pitch black.
No
You can't see a
lights.
thing. So we're like putting our our flash on to check it out, and there's just
Right.
graffiti all through the
Do you have
walls.
any pictures of it to show them?
Yeah,
it
we
was
could
so
show-
That sounds
we could
almost
insert
like
picture.
Fort
Yeah.
Wetherell down in
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Johnson.
that's another place that we've been. We've
Cool.
been to Fort Wetherell.
Yeah.
But
when we were there, we were looking at the time, and we were like, oh shit,
Oh,
we're gonna be
my
mad
God.
late. And then we
this is a recurring theme with Pure World.
We're like-
our time schedule.
It's at 7.
Two adventures.
It's like
Yeah,
20
exactly.
minutes. 20 minutes to get there. It's like 7:15. We have to be on the ferry at 7:30. We're like,
It's at the last
fuck,
ferry.
we're gonna
off.
be
Yeah,
last ferry off. Last ferry off. We have to. We're like, fuck. We gotta run.
Yeah.
And out of literally nowhere, this girl comes up with
A golf cart.
Wait, what was her name again?
Oh my,
Deanna.
Deanna.
Rolls up with a golf cart. We're like, yo, what's
Can
up?
you
Like,
please give us a ride?
Please give us a
Like,
ride
We're gonna
back.
miss our boat.
And she did.
yeah. And then once we got there, we realized it was at 8 o'clock. So it didn't even fucking matter.
Yeah.
It
But-
did not matter. But it was fun.
Yeah, that was classic trip right there.
Yeah. That was a blast.
You
That
know,
kind of seems like what Pure World is about. It's trying kind of just getting away from
yeah.
the normal, routine and schedule, and
Mhm.
going somewhere that you don't know.
Exactly.
Whether it be a city you've never been to and
Mhm.
walking around there, or going to,
Yeah.
East Bum in the island.
Right.
You have no idea.
In
but
some ways, it's taking yourself out of your comfort zone. And you go to New York City and
Yeah, like when we were in New York, Jack,
didn't really know
Jack,
what was
he
going
didn't really
on.
like the fact of like we had no transportation,
Mhm.
and it was like weird on the public transportation,
Yeah.
but like it was still dope. Like when we first got there, we were taking a train and we're going across, and we saw like the MetLife Stadium. It was
Yep.
like, wow.
yeah, we're there. We
Yeah.
traveled across and we got to see the whole city really.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
We also enjoy being very spontaneous. We just
Absolutely.
Yeah.
about 2 weeks ago,
we do.
me and Jack were just like talking. We're like, let's go to Canada. I'm like, why don't we just go to
They did
Canada?
say that.
So now we're probably going to Canada over
Yeah.
spring
Yeah,
break.
we'll
So
figure,
that- so that's
Zero
what works,
plans.
right?
Maybe don't have a car.
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure
Number
it out.
three is yet to be
That's how it
determined.
goes.
We get there
We
somewhere.
figured it out. We just adventured.
It reminds me, actually, it's spontaneity. Spontaneity. We took a trip to see Bryce Vine, this
Oh.
music artist.
Okay.
We hear his music and we're like, this guy is Pure World. He's putting off the vibes that we want to embody.
Right.
And
Especially through he's like protect national parks. That's like his message.
yeah,
so.
that's his
Cool.
message. That's
Wow.
like one of his big things. So we found out that he was playing at Simmons College in Boston, and probably 3 hours before the show. I was back home in Attleboro. I texted Nick. I was like, "This is our opportunity to meet him. Let's find tickets. Let's get transportation. Let's go to the show.
Right.
Let's meet Bryce Vine." So we got to the show.
Well, you messaged him beforehand.
Yeah. So I shot him messages on Instagram.
Sure.
He replied. He says, "Yeah, you guys can come backstage."
Really?
Yes. So we show up at the event. I had barely made it. I had to get a ride over to a train station, take the train over to Wellesley, then we took the train into Boston.
We thought we were gonna be too late at one point,
but we made it,
we were in a good time.
and
That's a current theme too.
yes, yeah. So after the show, we went backstage. We kicked it with him for a little bit. We gave him and his DJ bags,
Cool.
and
Yeah, he was like playing some new music for us. He was
Yeah.
like, he mentioned during the show that he just got signed by Warner Bros, which is
Nice.
like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So we hope it's a connection that we can kind of keep on.
yeah.
Right, stay in
Keep on
touch.
to for a little bit.
And with that being said, not only that connection, but moving forward, looking for other connections like that, keeping our eyes open for other people and brands and movements and projects that embody our vision and share what we kind of want to promote, which is just like pure world. Like, it's a pure world out there. There are good people. There's good places. Go out, explore, express your curiosity.
That's
Right.
true.
In terms of manufacturing, distribution, obviously I would imagine that there's some challenges and some strengths, being, having all of your production in Nepal and then selling mostly in the United States. How do you guys kind of work around that? How do you maintain like a good relationship with your suppliers?
Yeah, one of the largest barriers that we find working with Tara, our supplier in Nepal, is the language barrier.
Okay.
He doesn't speak much English, but him and I talk to each other on Facebook all the time. We're always sending each other messages. It's not even about business. Sometimes it's just, how are you? How's your day been? How's your
Building that
family?
connection.
Yeah.
It's a real relationship.
Building the relationship.
Cool.
Seriously. But other than that, another challenge that we face is definitely importing them. Importation. We have to move through, customs. We have to figure out all that stuff. And working with like a foreign country is hard. It's stuff that none of us have ever done before.
Yeah,
It's all new.
As can be expected.
It's all new.
it is.
Something that is often brought up when we say that our products are made in Nepal is what is the labor like? What is the conditions
Of course,
like?
outsourcing is under huge scrutiny.
People have this association that if it's not made in America, it's made under poor conditions.
Yeah.
And that's a misconception, because our supplier has been making these bags for over 20 years. He's kind of established himself, and now he's able to pay his employees over 5 times the Nepalese minimum wage,
Wow.
which is huge.
Yeah.
It's socially sustainable. That is, if there's one thing that we really try to be, is sustainable. And not only the products, or the products, the materials that we use, the labor, as many ways we can be. Economically, we want to pay our sales representatives fairly. They make a commission, so it feels like they're getting adequately compensated.
Like for me, I am like on the commissions. Like, I do sell the backpacks. And like, honestly, like, I don't really even care about the money. Like, I just want to push my idea out there and see if people like connect to my idea. So like, it's fun.
Right.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So how long does it usually take? Say I just go on and I find your brand and I want a bag and I place an order. Let's say it's not in person, obviously, because then it's an immediate
Right.
transaction. But say I just go on and I say, that bag's dope, let me buy it, put it in cart, pay. How long is it usually until I
Processed
actually get
and shipped?
that bag? Yeah.
I can talk a little bit about that. So I'd say one of the challenges that we face as a team is the fact that everybody is in college,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an interesting, and our post office is open from like 9 to 12 and then 2 to 5 or some weird strange
We've got
time like
classes,
that. But
every
this is-
day.
This is really what we try to do though. As long as the post office is open over 2 continual days, we should be shipping out within 2 days, and you should be receiving it within 2 days.
Within 2 days of placing your order.
Well,
So within 4 days you should
Yeah.
you should get your
Okay,
bag.
so the 2 and the 2.
Yeah.
Within 4 days though, I mean that's
Which is
that's nothing.
we strive to honestly, if it's ordered at 8 in the morning, if some I don't know who's gonna do that, but if they did it, we would
Not a college kid.
we would 100% try our hardest to get
It out
that
of
bag
the-
shipped
that
out
day.
that day.
Yeah.
That's
And get it
impressive.
to you
Yeah.
within, I mean, depending on where you live, it could be in 2 days, it could be in 3 days for
Right.
for
Yeah.
shipping.
Because I would
But-
think that would be another stigma that you guys kind of go up against is like, these bags are coming from Nepal. It's going to be 2 months until I get my bag.
Right.
You know?
No. These bags are in America right now.
Yeah.
We've already purchased. It's not like a
Produced
Yeah.
everything
yeah. It's
that you're
not.
offering.
It's
Yeah.
not like you buy a bag and then it's shipped from Nepal
Yeah.
into America
And
and
then
then
to you.
like throughout America. It's
Yeah.
that we've got them on inventory right here on hand, and we just we put
Yeah.
it out.
And like processing and what we do with the bags is takes time too. So when the bags came in, we took about what was it, like 66 or so of the 120 bags that we got, and we went through a process of putting our patches on, putting our tags on, doing all that stuff, and got by hand, got a whole assembly team in there for like 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
On stitch.
A little bit of
Yeah.
abused them a little bit, but we had a good time.
The work is fun, and it takes so many hours to run this company. It's crazy. It's like a side job that you're not getting paid that much
Right.
for.
Well,
You know
that's
what
what, to your point, you
Yeah.
enjoy the
I
brand
just
more than
enjoy
you're
it.
not
It's
doing it
doing
for a
something.
paycheck.
It's working on a project. It's
Yeah.
creating something and watching it grow and spreading this message, this vibe.
And
that
honestly,
you
when
really-
it grows, like it's a good feeling inside. Like
Mhm.
wow, like I'm actually doing this, and it looks.
And with that being said, we try to create a community. We try to
Yeah.
empower our customers to not be customers, to be partners, to be
Right.
part of the bigger whole.
Yeah, cause like sometimes I would go onto our Instagram, reach out to like certain followers, like how you doing, how's your backpack, like have you been anywhere? If you have, send us some pictures. We'll shoot you out on our Instagram.
Right.
Like,
Share their
Yeah.
adventures.
Really
yeah.
try,
build
yeah.
the
So,
like connection between us and our customers. So
Yes.
like they like see like, oh, these guys aren't just like hunting us down. Like they actually like.
care about it.
Yeah.
Right. I think what's cool when you're talking about stitching the logos onto the bags and everything. I mean, I don't want something that comes out of a warehouse. You know what I mean? I want somebody to put their time and effort into the
Right.
products that I'm buying.
What's kind of cool is when we put these tags on, we can put them anywhere.
Yeah.
So it makes the bag that much more unique.
You
that-
decide what you want.
Yeah, so we've had some pop-up shops where the bags don't even have them on. People come in and we let them choose. Where do you want to put it? It can be
Customization.
anywhere.
Yeah, and it only takes like about 15 seconds for us to.
Yeah, we just
That's
put
super
it
cool.
on.
Yeah, because then it's not generic and.
Yeah, right.
So I also saw something that intrigued me a lot. I'm a big Gary V, Adam 22 type of guy. I like watching vlogs.
Right.
I think that they're kind of the future of content for companies. What inspired your guys' vlog series? Because I was watching a bunch of different vlogs where you guys have cool music, you're out, you're adventuring. Is it kind of like anytime you go on an adventure with the bags, you just like hit the record button?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Making the media.
I thought it was
making
cool.
the media is for me what I'm most passionate about. Telling a story.
Mhm.
It's hard. It's hard because
It is.
when we went to New York City, I had hours of video
Like,
footage.
Up to right now, we just like
Don't
even
know what to
how
do.
put
Don't
video
know what to
together.
do with all of this footage because we'll just document the whole thing. I'll have
Of
a
course.
camera going. We'll have another person with a GoPro going. We try to be live on Instagram. We try to be, having Snapchat stories, always being up. It's about documenting this experience and making other people feel, I can do that too.
Right.
I'm passionate about exploring the world. I'm curious. I think I like Pure World. I think I could get behind this
Yeah.
brand.
Right, you identify with the brand.
Exactly.
And that shows so much more loyalty. And it's
Exactly.
more than just a backpack.
Right.
Yeah.
Now for the music is so
Key.
important. It's
It is.
so critically
It is.
important.
It sets the tone.
Exactly.
It does,
The music is the
exactly. It
tone
does
of
set
the
the
video.
tone.
It's the vibe that you're putting out. So we really try to. We have a guy named Jake Molina, and he's the music guy. He's got this eye and this ear for good music. He's actually working on a Spotify playlist right now because again, we don't want to be just a backpack company, and we're not just a backpack company. We're a media company. We're a music company. We're
Lifestyle.
we're a
Yeah.
lifestyle. We're a little bit of everything. But yeah, definitely making the media is fun.
Cool. Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah.
Vlogs are fun. Like, you just be a natural self. You go out there, you have fun. You see one or two things that like, oh, people like this, and you're just like, hey, let's catch a good snip of that.
And then you never know who's going to see that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. All right, so looking forward, obviously you guys are an established brand now. You've kind of figured out the distribution, you've figured out the branding and everything like that. What are some of your aspirations? Do you have like retail aspirations or different areas of the country or growth? What do you guys have in terms of like where you want to go for the next step?
That's an interesting question.
Talk about it a little bit.
I think first off with retail, that's something that we've put some thought into. Urban Outfitters would be really cool. They are right up our alley, but quite frankly, we are not ready to go into a store like that. You know, they'd ask for an order that we cannot fill.
Mm-hmm.
So our operations are not up to par with them. We would be in way over our head. If we were to get into some short stores, we would be looking at, you know, small local shops, maybe a surf shop, a skate shop. We're actually in a shop in Maine, in Scarborough, Maine.
Cool.
We've got a couple bags on the shelf just to, you know, see how they do. But you know, not really. Like I said, we're not really focused on retail, but we're focused on this personal connection, getting inside the college campuses.
Yeah,
And
I'm
really
sure that's big for
expanding.
you guys.
We'd like to stay in the Massachusetts, Rhode Island area for a while, so we can, you know, monitor the bags. We can, you know, check up on them. We can deliver the bags to people. They can come and get them.
Right.
We have someone out. We have a couple people out in, where are they? Idaho? No.
No, Iowa State. We have someone in Iowa State.
I saw that. Is that on your
Right.
Instagram?
Yep,
I
yeah,
tagged the
she's-
location. I'm like, what are you guys doing in Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She's been helping us out a lot. She actually just
She an
created.
ambassador? Or?
She is.
She's like a team member.
She's more of a team member. Yeah, she's done
Yeah.
actually some good work for us. We just.
Her name's Nida.
Nida. Yeah.
Shout out Nida.
Shout out
Nida.
Nida. Shout out Nida. Hopefully she sees this. Anyway, yeah. So just recently we put down a little bit of content for her. She created this beautiful
Pamphlet.
pamphlet
I saw that
for
last
us
night. Jack was
that
showing me
we're
it.
gonna hopefully be distributing to either people on her campus or maybe put inside of the bags when we sell them.
Yeah.
We have a lot of ideas for what
Yeah.
we want to do as far as those go.
Yeah, but I think with her, you know, being so far away, we can expand the brand there, but expanding the physical bags, you know, that could be hard. We'd have to ship them out to her. That could be expensive.
Right.
But you know, we're trying to focus in the Massachusetts, Rhode Island area
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
time being.
Yeah.
For the future, there's a
The
lot.
future
for the
is a
future.
lot.
There's a lot for the
Like,
future.
For us, we don't stop brainstorming. Like, we come up with ideas and just write them down. Like,
The business will never really be mature. Like we will
Yeah.
never be mature.
You're
you
always
know?
going to have these ideas.
We are always
Yeah.
growing. It's
Mhm.
actually called Kaizen, and the founder of Toyota. This is their philosophy. It's that Kaizen means continuous growth
Mhm.
and always striving for improvement. And that's where we kind of look at ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we are always trying. How can we be better? How can we be more sustainable? How can we have a better relationship with our customers? How can we have a better operations process? Get the bag to them, and if they have a problem, how can we get it back and fix the problem? You know, always trying to really be better.
Right.
But I think also part of the growth is this philosophy of being more than a backpack company, and
Yeah,
that's
like-
what we say.
like
we
that
tell each
idea
other.
you have of like us like building up like on, I don't know how to explain this. Like, say you have a backpack, right? And you go on an adventure. Say you go to somewhere in Maryland, and you just like give us a brief description of where you went, what you saw, how was your adventure.
Mhm.
And like you pin it, and then other people around us could like, oh, that sounds cool. Let me go visit there.
Right.
Yeah, so that's currently what we have on our website right now that we
let's talk
call
about the adventure.
I saw
the
that,
adventure
yeah.
map.
the
Yeah.
adventure map. That's
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 something
so-
that could be cool.
That's genius.
thank you.
Thank you.
That's
It's
that
been-
is good word.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
good
yeah,
word.
the idea is to create the community.
Yeah,
so that when you're in and
that
what we
is.
want to
Exactly,
do at some
exactly.
point is, so we've been a little bit like slow on the adventure map thing because we want to, when we get the chance, really market it so that we can get a lot of
Of
response
content out
and
there.
a lot of content. So we get people from, you know, California doing stuff.
Uh-huh.
I got stuff up in Maine, Massachusetts, Florida. We got stuff in Texas. So we want it that, you know, all these people have gone to like all these crazy places, and we want to, you know, let them have the opportunity to share those stories that they've had. They can share pictures. They can share YouTube videos if they've created a video content for it,
Right.
and just like you said, a short description of what you did there, and it helps people see like what this company can do, where the adventures can take you.
Yeah.
No, I love that idea. Aside from the product at all, but I mean the experiences are invaluable because for me, I'm a hiker. I go up to New Hampshire. I hike around. You know, you can only Google so much, and they'll tell you, this mountain's over here, this mountain's over here. There's waterfall sites and whatnot. But I mean, hearing someone, that's why reviews are so big. Hearing someone's experience is so much more valuable than seeing a Google picture of, Mount such and such,
Right. So we're working on it.
Yeah, the idea is really to expand that adventure map because it's only it's pretty basic right now.
It's very basic.
We use Google Maps, but like it's pretty basic. It's a pin drop on a map
of the world.
On a map of the world. So it's engaging, but it's we want to at some point take that to the next level.
Right, and we're pretty much troubleshooting, brainstorming about how we can do that, and we don't.
Yeah, I mean,
we really don't know yet.
So that's that.
Yeah, it really is a big
looking in the future, that's kind of the long term. I think the short term future, our next real steps is kind of exciting. We're actually working on getting into the apparel game.
Cool.
And working with artists, graphic designers, to put their artwork on our hemp t-shirts.
Nice.
And it's this like community feel where really leveraging the artists network and our network and having mutual benefits for both of us. And
involving others is the key.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we really want some awesome artwork to go on these awesome shirts. They feel so comfortable, they're durable, they'll last you forever. And that's our next step. That's what you guys should be looking out for.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Cool.
But yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Long sleeves.
Long sleeves could be in the future.
I've been pushing for that.
Well, it'll keep expanding, right?
Always.
So eventually long sleeves will be there.
Kaizen.
You got the short sleeve on right now as
Right.
you guys expand.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities for the brand in general, not just the backpacks. And I like that you're not trying to brand yourself as the backpack guys.
Exactly.
You're trying to bring yourself
more than a backpack
pure
company.
world guys.
We're more than a backpack company, and we're more than a hemp company too. I would say we're a sustainable company, and we make sure that our products and materials are sustainable. Hemp is incredibly sustainable, but say we run into some shirts made out of bamboo.
Right.
And bamboo is sustainable. It's incredibly sustainable. It doesn't take a lot of water to grow, not a lot of land. We would not be opposed to moving into, bamboo t-shirts if that is a good opportunity. Basically, hemp is not
You're still keeping it pure.
Yeah, it's pure. It's still pure. Hemp isn't all we are. Backpacks isn't all we are.
Yeah.
Adventure. That is what we are in sustainability.
Adventure and having a good time with a group of friends. That's what it is.
Love it. Love it. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. I love the brand. I love the vision. Thanks for guys being here.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thanks for having us.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.